Hey there everybody, on Ruby here, continuing with 999. Now, let's get right into it. Last time we left off, Snake went missing and I got very worried, and I sincerely hope there's nothing happening to him because I sort of like that guy. I mean, I actually hope nothing happens to any of these people. I like most of them, well, all of them, to varying degrees, but yeah. So yeah, let's continue. Let's see what happened to Snake. I'm very curious to continue this current situation.
Alright, we should go too.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Okay, so I'm getting a choice right at the beginning. Yikes. Where should we start? Let's go to the... I don't know. Let's go to the first class cabin.
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B deck?
Complete... Okay, the reason I picked that is because that safe in that room is still bothering me because we never got to unlock it.
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
They took off up the stairs at a run. Outside of the first class cabin, they found Clover. She was standing in front of the wall. She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall. Her eyes blank. Aww. What should Junpei do? I want to try comfort her. I don't know how successful I'll be, but I want to try comfort her. Let's talk to her.
Are you alright?
Did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond.
Look, I know you're really worried, but...
Junpei, you're not being very reassuring right now. I could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, who she seemed to have been very close to.
Alone.
Her voice was thin and barely audible.
Alone.
Aww.
Alone.
Are you feeling very alone?
I said leave me alone!
Okay, never mind. Suddenly she was screaming.
You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off!
Okay, I get that you're very, very distressed right now, so... Okay, just let's give her some
Go
space.
away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me!
Let's give her some space. And let's just try to help find her brother. Junpei was taken aback. Such anger and hate. Jin's eyes had gone wide with surprise as well.
Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me? Huh? Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
Alright, let's go, June.
Yeah.
Yikes. They turned and left Clover. As they did, Junpei glanced back over his shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face. Clover had driven home the misery of the situation, but Junpei had told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed. That's
really
a good
need
line.
to find Snake, for Clover's sake.
That's a good line. Did his best to push away the misery and depression and forced a smile.
So, where do you think we should go next?
Oh, I guess that's not a choice. Huh. Well, maybe. Maybe I just picked the wrong option. Let's go to the casino then.
How about the casino?
Let's go take a look.
How do you know about the existence? Have you been inside the casino room? How do you know that it exists? They turned and headed off down the hallway to their right at a jog. Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus. Oh, they probably told them about the casino when they were, like, sharing information. She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two.
What?
Care to hear it?
Also, it's very weird if you're like talking about like numbers like this and you use the number in text. Like this seems more natural to me to use the word to. Let's listen to what she has to say.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up as in, I thought all of us were teamed up. Like, sorry I keep pressing random buttons and it keeps opening menus. I thought all of you were teamed up already. The 8 of us?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you?
Yes, please.
I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
11 plus 8. 11 plus 8. That's 19. 1 plus 9. That's 10. That's 1. We don't have a door with 1 on it.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8.
1.
Our digital root would be 1.
Yeah.
But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Who would we add to 1? To get 7, we would need 6. We can't have that. To get 8, we need 7, which is 7. And to get 3, we would need Santa. I mean, to get 3, we would need Snake. Not Santa, sorry, yeah, sorry. So the only option right now is 7. I mean, it could work. 19 plus 7 is 26, yeah.
Huh?
Who?
7.
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Yes.
Oh, if we add 7,
Can go through the number 8 door.
5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26. The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
Then the 4 of them could go through the number 8 door. But
Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
1 plus 2, 3. Plus 3, 6, plus 4, 10, 1. Nope, they wouldn't be able to go anywhere. Unlux. That was simple enough.
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am?
I mean, I'm trying to understand that, because I don't want to dislike you or mistrust you. However, right now you're making that very difficult.
Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them. Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
No, refused.
Don't try to lie to us.
Unlux.
I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Consider your offer refused.
Really? Why do you think that?
I don't trust you. Look, Lotus, I liked you in the beginning. You very quickly lost all my affection
You
for you.
remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left.
Maybe affection is not the correct word, but you've lost lost most of the original like I had for you.
Even if we managed to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
Nope, that's why we're not trying.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship.
We need a 9.
The 4 of us couldn't open door 9. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
So we need to somehow, for this to work, bring Ace with us. Which doesn't work.
Yeah, that's right. The digital root for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
And we can't bring Ace. Lotus scratched the back of her ear.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said. Nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious?
Yeah, unfortunately, June, that is impossible. We can get out with a maximum of 5 according to the current rules. And I think I just found which one of the ones I might be inclined to leave behind. I'm not saying I want to leave her behind, but I might be inclined if we had to choose. Lotus?
And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right?
Is it possible to save 5 people and then 3 people and have a digital root of 9? Let me think. So 3 people that would make up 9 would be 1, 2, and 6. So Ace, Snake, and June. That would be 9. So we're left behind with 3. Left behind with 3, 4. So 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I don't feel like working this out. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we can save everyone. We can save all 8 people. We can actually save all 8 people. Yeah, it's actually possible to save all 8 people.
The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will
No,
get
no,
left
no, no, no,
behind.
no, no, no. We can split us up so that we can save all 9 people.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Unlux. I just worked it out. The moment he said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine.
Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail.
Yes, what you said was true, but our Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was
Is
behind
that
him.
really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that?
They don't have to. We have... Oh wait, is it... Wait. Was it a rule that after someone goes through a numbered door, nobody can join them afterwards? Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe I forgot that. But according to my logic, if that rule doesn't exist, we can very easily save everyone.
That's just...
Lotus's forehead furrowed.
Do you think I could have a moment alone? There are some things I need to think about.
Junpei and June turned and began walking away from Lotus.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Yeah.
Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish. But he told himself pessimism would get them nowhere.
Well, regardless...
Sorry, I skipped that line. Forced himself to smile and turned to June.
Let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Yes, you're right.
That is a bigger issue right now than whatever Lotus is planning. But the thing is, I'm glad we had that exchange, so now I can know not to trust her.
We can think about those other things later.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
Alright. Where should we go next?
Let's go to the hallway with all the rooms.
Let's go back downstairs and check out that hallway with all the doors.
Because I haven't yet explored that whole area. Together they ran down the stairs.
Oh! It's Ace!
Ahead of them, farther down the hallway, they spotted Ace.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
What should Junpei do? Let's run to Ace.
Let's go.
June in tow, Junpei jogged up to Ace. At hearing their footsteps, he turned to greet them.
Ah, hello there. Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
Right.
Why are you blushing like that? June's face looked kinda enraptured.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why?
Why would you say that?
I mean, everybody seemed surprised earlier as well. I'm still don't understand why everyone's surprised by the fact that they could be siblings. Like, what is surprising everyone? The fact that the age gap or whatever? I don't get it. Why would you say that? The question seemed somehow odd to June.
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Ace looked at him for a moment and then spoke.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't.
Is that so, Ace? Now that you mention it.
Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another. It certainly isn't rare.
Junpei wasn't sure why or even if he was seeing what he thought he was, but he could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke.
At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right. Let's go, Jumpy.
At June's urging, they left. Found themselves back at the stairs, but Junpei's mind was in turmoil.
Something about that was... I'll think on it later. Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority.
Junpei did his best to clear his
All right,
mind.
where should we go next?
Let's go back to the hospital then.
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
They turned and headed back toward the large hospital room.
Hey, wait, that's...
Snake. Oh, Santa. Thought we were just gonna suddenly find Snake here. On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June noticed Santa standing next to the number 3 door.
Santa?
Junpei paused. What should Junpei do? Let's talk to him. Junpei and June walked up to Santa.
What are you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but...
Who do you think did it?
Santa's eyes narrowed as he looked at June. She shook her head.
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
Was it one of us 8 that did it secretly without telling us, or was it someone else? I really think it's one of us 8. I don't think it's like someone that's not us. So, not that one. I don't think it was Zero, or maybe the person that did it actually is Zero, but in disguise. And I don't think it was Lotus. I would say, from these options, I would pick Snake.
Well, it seems like it would have to be Snake, wouldn't it? Maybe he got back here before any of us. He found the parts somewhere, put them back, and then went through one of the numbered doors.
By himself?
No, that's not possible. You have to authenticate with at least 3 people, or the red won't open the door.
Yes, that makes sense. I'm not suggesting that was a reason why he disappeared, I'm just suggesting that he might have been the one that fixed him.
There's no way a single person could get through there by themselves.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It was a stupid mistake and Junpei knew it. How had he made such a foolish miscalculation, and how had Santa noticed it so quickly? Perhaps he just wasn't as clever as he used to be. Junpei shook his head sadly.
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Yes. Santa grinned.
Bingo! We have a winner!
But if that's true...
Is it Lotus then? Out of all those options, it was just Lotus that was one of
And
us.
the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah,
But why?
no idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
Sorry if I keep checking the flowchart. I'm really interested in like how the flowchart
You think
progresses.
maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah,
Junpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. First he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think that he would need to re-evaluate that assessment. When Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
As I said, that's why I think, just from a gut feeling, that June is 0. At this pressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away.
And that's that, I guess.
The people I currently find most trustworthy in this game, are Santa and Seven. Junpei and June looked at one another and smiled awkwardly. Where would they go next?
Why don't we go check out the first class cabin?
All right, let's go.
I mean... Can we check these places again?
Nah, no one's here. Maybe we'll have more luck somewhere else. But where?
Let's just finish
Let's
searching.
head back to the large hospital room.
Let's just finish searching.
All right, that's probably...
I've checked everywhere.
I don't think anyone...
Let's finish... Wait, I'm just gonna revisit every
Let's go
location
take a look
again.
around.
Okay.
Let's try somewhere else. Let's go take a look at the... Nah, no one's here. Maybe we'll have more... But where? Hey, why don't we go... We can take a look at that hall...
Okay.
I'm just going until all the options are grey, just to see if I miss anything. Probably won't see anything.
Nobody's here. Let's look somewhere...
But where?
Oh no, never mind. It's not worth it. I realized how the menu
Okay.
works now. I thought it would... I got it.
I don't think anyone...
Let's finish searching. They looked everywhere they could think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found. Sorry for that waste of time.
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched.
Lotus looked around at 6 frustrated faces and spoke.
And we can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here.
Hmm?
We need to get moving.
Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying, so let's split up smartly and all go through some numbered doors. Snake seemed to have completely disappeared. There was no point to wasting any more time. The others seemed to be having similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. Finally, Seven spoke.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem, though. We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a proposal.
She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clacking against the wood. Finally, she stopped.
Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
What?
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can... If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind. But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave 1 person out, then only 1 person will be left behind.
I mean, is that true? Let me think. So, we have doors 3, 7, and 8, and we have numbers from 1 through 8 except for 2. So let me just chuck some random numbers in here. 1, 3. Let's just go 1, 3, 4, 5. Digital route 4. Doesn't work. Clear 1, 3, 6, 5. Digital route 6 doesn't work. I'm just chucking random numbers. I'm not hoping this probably won't work. So 1, 3, 6, 7. So 1, 3, 6, 7, that will work. So Ace, Santa, June, and 7 will be able to go through a door. So that leaves 4, 5, 8. And what does 4, 5, and 8 make? 8. So wait, 1, 3, 6, 7. Oh, that's both, they're both 8! Yikes. Let me just try some more numbers. Just a couple more and then I'll stop. 1, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Nope. Junpei wasn't quite sure that was
Wait
true.
a minute. 2 people get left behind if we split into 5 and 2, and 1 person is left behind if we split into 3, 3, and 1. I got that part. You can't go through the numbered doors with any less than 3 people. But if we split into 4 and 3, then why do 3 people have to be left behind?
Because there's no number combination that...
Just run the numbers. Let's say we go through door 7 with 1, 4, 5, 6. Who's left over?
That would be 3, 7, 8.
What's the digital root for that?
9.
3 plus 7 plus 8 is 18, so...
Exactly. But door 9 isn't here, right? That means 3, 7, 8 won't be going anywhere. That was just an example, of course. There are a lot of different combinations, but the result will always be the same. It doesn't matter which 4 it is. The 3 that are left over can't go through any of the doors. Go ahead and calculate it if you have the time.
I
You'll
did
see.
have the time and I tried some random numbers.
Anyway, that's how it is. Now, if we can get back to my proposal. We only have to sacrifice 1 person if we split into 3, 3, and 1.
7 spoke, his voice was strained.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then 1 person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that's too cruel.
I don't like agreeing with her, but it is the best solution in this case.
What's so cruel about it?
It is the best solution. I'm sorry. I don't like agreeing with her. I don't like her. I don't trust her. It's the best solution.
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
No.
That's not what I meant. We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
That seems to not be an option, June.
I told you, that's impossible. Wake up.
Whoa, whoa, calm down, you two. Look, what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Okay, let's not get into fucking philosophy and like... What's this one called? Essentialism, whatever. Let's not get into those discussions right now.
Exactly. That's how democracy works. And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote. What do you think?
No, that's terrible.
I'm not asking you. Shut up.
Yikes.
What about you, Santa?
Me? Well, I agree.
I mean,
I guess.
reluctantly, I agree too.
All right, that's 1 vote for. Counting mine, that's 2. 7.
I can't say I agree with you, but we don't exactly have a choice. If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Huh, glad to see you get it. If I can get 1 more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover?
Clover had moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Her whole body drooped. Junpei didn't know if she'd even heard Lotus's proposal.
Hey, Clover.
Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder. Explosion.
Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
Clover slowly lifted her face.
Let's go look for him together, okay? If we sacrifice 1 person, then we can go look for him. You... Right.
Okay.
Clover nodded once.
The motion carries.
Lotus spun around and walked toward Junpei.
Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus's entire speech and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him. didn't seem to notice or even care.
I will stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
Ace, what are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
June's voice shook and she looked around desperately for someone to agree with her. Ace simply looked at her.
June, I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
That is not a wise decision, my dude.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them.
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
Well, there is one door that's not numbered.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Please, I beg you. Once you've escaped, come back and rescue me. Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time.
Finally, Junpei could hold his tongue no longer.
We've only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me? Or perhaps you would be willing to leave June behind?
Ace's voice was dignified and without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no rebuttal.
You see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me. Go, quickly.
Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move. June bit her lip so hard that Junpei feared she would break the skin. Santa stood against the wall, calm and aloof. Seven tore his beanie from his head and turned it over anxiously in his hands. Only Clover stared at Ace with an expression Junpei was unable to decipher. Lotus's attitude, however, was different from the others.
Good. Let's accept his kind offer then.
She smiled, her eyes bright. Ace answered with a smile of his own.
Good. I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
As he spoke, Ace lowered himself down to the floor next to one of the beds. From somewhere deep within the ship, Junpei suddenly heard the screeching of metal on metal. It was almost as if the ship was screaming. Really hold until their time limit was up? Already D-deck was flooded. Sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. Unsurprisingly, it was Lotus who spoke first.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
As if a spell had been broken, the others all began to talk at once.
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
You too, Santa?
I have to find my brother.
Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this. There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be.
There isn't.
Right, Jumpy? Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
His words sounded hollow and fake.
Fine. Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own.
He spun around and ran toward Ace. He had slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm and pulled.
Ace! Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet. We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here.
Then it happened. Excuse me? Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floors, his body folded in half like a boxer out cold.
Ace!
June cried out and dropped to her knees beside him. She put her arm around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
What happened? Ace, say something!
She shook him frantically. His eyes fluttered open.
I'm all right.
His voice was weak and slightly slurred.
How are you all right?
This.
He held out his left arm and slowly opened his hand.
A syringe?
No, 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 get that off. Get that off the screen. I'm not good with needles. It's my phobia. Okay, in it was a syringe and a small vial. The vial was empty. Sorry if I'm reading weird. I'm trying to cover the needle part of the syringe with my one hand. It had only recently been emptied. A few drops clung to the sides. There was a label taped to the side of the container. Read Soperyl Beta. Soperyl Beta? What is that?
Soperyl Beta. What does this do?
It's like a sedative?
Did you use this?
Oh, okay, it's gone. Whew, sorry about that.
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Anesthetic.
I found it earlier. While we were searching the hospital rooms, I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Why did you do this?
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap. I really am very tired.
Junpei knew that wasn't why he'd done it. Ace had injected himself with anesthetic to forestall Junpei and June's attempts to bring him along. Couldn't move, there was nothing they could do. Injected himself so they would be forced to leave him behind.
Ace!
Yikes. This man...
Is there something you want to say? I just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
No, don't, Ace. Don't fall asleep.
I mean, it's not his choice anymore.
You feel warm.
He's been sedated. It's not his choice if he wants to stay up awake or not. It's an anesthetic.
So comfortable. I think I'll have a nice dream.
And then when we find Ace, if we manage to get back here, we'll find him with a wet patch on his trousers. Ace's eyelids drooped further and further, almost as he were dying.
Ace! Ace!
She shook his shoulder again and again. This time he didn't respond. Only the gentle rising and falling of his chest told him he was still alive. Told them he was still alive. Junpei was relieved to see he was, in fact, still breathing.
Let's get him up on a bed.
Lifted Ace up off the floor and laid him on the bed he'd been leaning against. When Junpei turned around, Lotus gave him a look of pity.
Well, we really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste, right?
Yes.
Like you even mean that.
Mm-hmm.
You say something?
No, nothing.
He felt wrong, but he had to agree. Suddenly, Santa spoke.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8.
Matching number. Not narcissistic
It's
at
the
all.
same number as my bracelet number.
Yeah.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
He said he can't get along with you. Her face distorted by rage, Lotus took a step towards 7. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Who, me? I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
She shot him a glare that would have melted steel, then turned and stalked off. And so, narcissistic, arrogant, vain, and can't handle any type of ribbing. Yo, Lotus, I don't know why I ever liked you.
Alright, who's next?
Santa's gaze moved across the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped on Junpei.
Junpei, which door do you want?
Lost. Junpei's mind was already made up. Okay, which door do I want? Really, which door do I want? Do I want to keep an eye on Lotus? Do I want to go with 7? Or do I want to go to door number 3, where nothing has been decided yet? Go to 3. I don't want to spend more time with Lotus, if I can avoid it. Maybe I should keep an eye on her, but right now I'm just like, nah, it's fine. She can do her own thing. Let me go to 3.
I want to go through door number 3.
Nope, you can't.
Okay then.
Huh? Why?
Because it's impossible.
Okay, I did not do the maths. I was thinking that, I was wondering if all 3 options were possible, but
If we
okay.
split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
Okay,
Why?
because there's no mathematical combination that allows for that.
Bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8.
So if we want to go through door 3, it would require the option of us all going through door 3, which is not possible.
That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options.
Santa began to explain.
Option A, have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7. And 4, 6, 7 go through door 8.
Okay, so if I choose door 7, if I choose, no wait, but Lotus already said she wants to go through door 8.
Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7.
So if I choose option B, it's gonna be me, 7, and Clover.
3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Option C, 3, 6, and 7 go through 7. And 4, 5, and 8 get 8. Those are the only 3 options. That's it. At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Wait.
That was when Junpei realized. Plan A divided it into 2 teams, 3, 5, 8, and 4, 6, 7. Plan B divides into 2 teams. Yes.
But that means...
He can never be with June. There was one thing they all had in common.
5 and 6 can never be on the same team.
Yikes.
If we want all 6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
June and Junpei had been friends since they were kids. Trusted her more than anyone else on the ship. If she was 7 and 8, he'd be taken away from her. Is this not taking into account the choice I made earlier where I didn't go with her? Because I did not go with her in the previous section either. Is that something he was prepared to do? I have already made this decision, game. I have already made that decision.
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8? Time to choose.
That is not happening, my dude. The third option is not happening. Do I want 7 or 8? I'll go with 7.
Okay. Fine. I'll go with door 7.
Okay, 7 it is.
Yeah.
Alright then, that means June's gotta go through 8.
Huh? Why?
Because we can't be together. His face is blank and confused. Santa muttered to himself and turned to Junpei.
Junpei, you figured it out, right? Can you explain it to her?
Okay, so, June, if we want all 6 of us to go through a door...
It can never be you and I together. Junpei chose his words carefully. When Junpei finished, June looked as though she was about to cry.
Oh no! You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
Yes. This has already happened, June. Junpei felt as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. Game, this has already happened. He knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember?
Thank you for acknowledging that.
We got split up then too, but we all met back up.
Thank you for acknowledging that. I was actually scared that it was just an oversight.
I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Not the best word, dude. Which didn't sound very hopeful. It was 7 that interjected.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9.
Yes.
In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now.
Okay, so there's 6 of us, right? So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Visual route 6. So let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. June. Oh no. Oh no. It's okay. 6, 7, 8, 4, 5. 3. 6, 8, 3, 4, 5, 8. Okay, so 6, 5, that's 6 plus 5, that's 11. Plus, so 11, so we need one more person to get the minimum amount of people needed to get through door 9, so we need a digital route of 9. So 11, to get from 11 to 18, 7. So June, Junpei, and 7 can escape together. Okay. So June, Junpei, and 7 can escape together. Or it can be June, Junpei, Santa, and Clover. They can also escape together.
I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
June said nothing. Tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with that reassurance he could manage, he laid his hand gently on her shoulder.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod.
Yes. Promise?
I promise. Voice was barely above a whisper. I'll try to the best of my abilities so we can see each other again. Something I can't control happens, then I'm sorry. Santa's voice shattered the moment.
You guys are done, right?
Stretched and continued.
Anyway, that's pretty much it.
Let's go.
Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 8 and Clover can take 7. Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
Alright, we're ready to go then.
Yes.
Let's move.
At Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Clover, 7, and Junpei walked toward door 7. Santa, Lotus, and June headed for door 8. For a long moment they stood in front of the door. 7 took a deep breath.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
I hope I can help Clover a bit.
It's open!
A narrow hallway stretched out before them. 7 and Clover leapt through the door.
Let's do this!
Hurry!
Yeah, we only have 9 seconds. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonator in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. As their user was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. What? He looked to his right, toward door 8. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes met. They
June.
nodded.
Jumpy.
You're wasting time! Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds.
What the hell are you doing, Junpei?
Yikes. Then someone took hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. Heard the sound of Number's door slam shut behind him. His bracelets gave a cold electronic beep.
Only 81 seconds left. No time to waste, guys. Let's get moving.
Seven led the way down the hallway. Junpei and Clover followed them as fast as they could. After what seemed like far more than 81 seconds, they reached the end of the hallway.
Look! The door on the left! I can see the dead!
There was no time to rest or catch their breath. All three slammed their hands in quick succession over the scanner panel on the dead.
Okay.
Why do Clover and Junpei's pants have ellipses between them, but Seven's don't? Still trying to catch his breath, Seven leaned heavily against the wall.
It stopped. It stopped.
Smile seemed forced and a little crooked.
This is the second time we've gone through one of these numbered doors, but... Whew. You never really get used to it.
Mm-hmm. Stood up straight, no longer out of breath, and wiped some of the sweat from his head and neck. Clover smirked at him.
I would have thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
What? What the hell did you just say? Say it again! I dare you!
You have no...
Balls.
You little... You wanna die?
I'd like to see you try.
You fucking brat! Alright, let's go!
Are you gonna fight a kid?
Hey, calm down, guys. This isn't the time for this.
Whatever this
It's not
is.
gonna do us any good.
Dude, Seven, are you really gonna fight a fucking kid? Oh, so I picked the shortest one, hey? Huh. Junpei sighed. Sometimes he wondered if the doors in the puzzles were really the greatest challenge they faced.
Wait here for a minute, alright? I'm gonna go see if there are any other doors.
Didn't respond, but Junpei wasn't in the mood for a conversation anyway.
We just came through this door. And of course it's shut tight.
There's a short hallway on the left here. And an iron wall. I doubt I can get through it.
At last he gave up, turned to Seven, who was tapping lightly on the wooden floor.
This door's the only option we've got, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey, something's written on the door. On that iron plate.
It says operating room. If this thing's telling the truth, there could be body parts inside here.
Well, this is probably not going to be pleasant.
You can say that again. Something about it made Junpei feel nervous.
Well, there's no point to standing around. Might as well go in and see what's waiting for us.
Seven grabbed the brass knob and slowly opened the door. Is this an escape room? The creak of the hinge sounded like the groan of an old woman.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing.
A chill snaked its way down Junpei's spine. Nice use of word there.
Let's just go.
Quickly he gathered what courage he could and took the first step into the room. Seven followed with Clover right behind him.
Huh?
Part of the room just past the door was obscured by a screen.
What the hell is this?
Why don't we take a look?
Hey, Clover!
Clover's curiosity got the better of her and she darted past Junpei to peer around the screen. What did you see? Scream nearly blew out Junpei's eardrums.
Clover!
He and Seven ran toward Clover to see what he had frightened her.
Hey, what's wrong?
They rounded the screen and the cause of her outburst was immediately clear. Why can't I read? And also, what is happening? Is it Snake? Is it Snake? Oh,
What the hell is
it's
this?
a mannequin.
Is this a corpse?
It's a mannequin. It was something that looked kind of like a human lying across some sort of bed. Oh, not a bed. An operating table. The table sat on a rusty steel lift, and a cluster of bright operating lights shone down on it from the ceiling. Okay, so I didn't read that wrong. I read it right. They just used the wrong word.
We should probably take a closer look.
Yeah.
Slowly they approached. That's a mannequin. As they got closer to the body, it became clear that it wasn't a body at all.
This is...
What the hell? That's just a huge doll or something.
Doll?
Clover did not look terribly comforted. Slowly, she approached the operating table and looked as intently as possible, from as far away as possible, at the thing. Junpei could see her relax.
You're right. It's only a doll. Man, it really scared me.
She heaved a great sigh of relief and wiped a few drops of sweat from her forehead. Seven smirked.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Shut it! Don't you start with me, fatty.
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me, short stuff?
Yeah, bring it on, you whale!
Hey, guys, not again, okay?
Yo,
Seriously, knock it
Seven,
off.
you have the maturity of like a 12-year-old.
Jeez. Anyway, it looks like he's got something the two of you could stand to have a little more of.
Art.
I'm talking about a heart.
Huh? Oh, this? You mean on his chest?
Yeah.
It was set a little higher than normal for a human body, but from the shape of the organ, there could be no doubt that it was a heart.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
Maybe it's to teach operating, or like demonstration?
I don't think it's a doll.
You think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Yep, that's what I said.
Or maybe it's got more personal uses?
Do not be disgusting. Seven's grin was far more than a little perverted. Clover glared at him.
Anyway, how about we take a look around this place? Let's go.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Okay, we're doing this? Okay. Find a way out. Seek a way out. Sure thing, game. Sure thing. However, that will be happening next time. Thanks everybody for watching. This episode was a very eventful one, even though I didn't actually do anything. It was just story mostly. Well, not mostly, entirely. We learned a lot of new things about the people we're sharing our story with. Ace is very self-sacrificial, also hiding something. Lotus is not trustworthy, and I do not like her, and also just other things. The fact that Clover, without her brother, is very, very, very aggressive. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm looking forward to doing the escape room next time I play this game again. Because, like, I'm enjoying the story as well, like, don't get me wrong, but the escape rooms are, like, the fun part of this game. Like, the best parts. See you guys next time.